This is Cowboy Jim with AAA Painting and Handyman Services. This is a stucco home that we finished here in early July 2017. You'll see, well, what you can't see on this is that this was originally a real light tannish or cream color for the entire structure. It was pretty much just one color throughout. I think if anything the gutters might have been a little whiter, but we have some other stucco videos I think we have on our website here, but this is just one that took us a really long time to do, a little bit longer than most. A lot of masking, if you can just imagine, as we go through all these kind of pop-outs that are around the whole structure. Once we got the body paint on, we had to come back and mask all that off in order to shoot all of that with the sprayer. And believe you me, the sprayer is the way to go. Trying to roll that out by hand would just take forever. You might even see here where this is still somewhat early in the curing process. There's a little spot up here that looks a little splotchy. That will die down in a few weeks, but it does take, in many cases with stucco, several weeks to do that. Drying out process, curing process. But I'm actually pretty surprised that most of this is cured out pretty well, pretty quickly, for what we had to do on this. But there was a lot of work that we did throughout this, trying to work around some newly installed windows that they did a really lousy caulking job on, and we had to fix a lot of that. There was a lot of stucco repairs we had to do. This one here, it's not the prettiest in the world, but you can kind of see it, where we had to fix up where a woodpecker had decided to chew at the stucco. Without really re-skim coating this, there's really no good way to get that to look, back to the way the rest of the stucco looks. But it's just a repair product we have to use, and it definitely looks better than having a hole. But again, some very meticulous masking that we've gone all the way around this. We did something unique on all of her posts here, where you can see the base of her posts were all replaced. We used a PVC material to replace all those, and then we did some new centerpieces as well for her. And you can see where we've also installed new lighting for her. These are LED can replacement pieces, and a lot better than the excuse me, the older pieces that were in there, the older can style lights with the bulbs that are always going out. Well, these shouldn't burn out for many years to come. They say 20 years. Well, we'll see if that's true, if any of us are alive in 20 years. But again, I'm just trying to illustrate the way we did all the posts, the way we decided to paint them, to bring them in and just do some different accenting. She decided to go with a purplish kind of door here. We're actually doing something with a plate on that door, and unfortunately the plate that I bought today wasn't the right one, so I'm not going to get too close because you'll see the holes in it, but I'll be bringing a plate back here in a couple of days and getting that fixed up. I can probably illustrate that more on the other door once we go around the house, but let me kind of come through the rocky area here, spinning around, and now you can see the south side of the house. And again, just all the detail we went through. It's really surprising we were able to get a lot of these lines as straight as they are. That's very tough when you're dealing with a textured surface. She had a lot of obstacles to work around here, a lot of rock, a lot of vegetation. She's very proud of those, and we took extra care to make sure we get paint sprayed. Even these, whatever you call these racks that she has here, we had these fully covered, so we didn't get any overspray on those guys. And I believe she has some new connectors she's going to use to connect those up so they don't fall over as much. But again, even smaller details that we went through, even on downspouts. If you look to this one here, we tried to kind of make that work to where the coloring of the downspout pretty much matched up with the trim work. Did the best we could on those. Those were not as easy to do, to kind of get them in line, but more from a distance they look better. This is the other door I was talking about, where you put a steel plate on here. She had some blemishes, and she has a couple people that like to put their hands all over the door, so we installed that plate, and it looks a lot better as far as that goes. We put a new Ring doorbell on her front door. We installed that for her, and it's one of those ones where you can see a video and talk to the people that are at your front door instead of actually having to answer it. The whole installation piece to that was about $300 to do that, and again she chose the purple accents around the doorways, and again you can just see more detail on the posts that we did as far as that goes. Let's see, we'll walk back around this way. We installed a new number sign for her. In second thoughts now, I might have wanted to bring that down a little bit lower. What I was trying to go for there was center it between the top triangle there and the center of the window, and it is actually centered there, but we're kind of thinking that we might want to move that down about 6 inches to be more in line with the roof line, but it still looks a lot better. Where she had numbers before were on the front post, and you really couldn't see the house numbers, so that was a good way to do that. And I was just going to illustrate just maybe from a little distance here, but she had a carriage house here too, and that's all painted in the same format. So once again, this is Cowboy Jim, AAA Painting and Handyman Services, and this is in Windsor, Colorado in July 2017.